You lucky.
Oh, we greetings, peace and blessings, family. We are the Mohammeds, the residential tourists, and we are 85 to Africa. We are living here in the after, right here in Mombasa, Kenya. Please, as always, we want to make sure the quality is uh, somewhat good. But I see. Let me add some light to this situation. Y'all just
Oh,
hold.
from France. And I was going to ask today, let us know where you are chiming in at. I see other YouTubers do it. I thought that was corny, but I do want to know.
Let us know where you're from. Let us know what the sound quality is like, please. If there's any echoing, let us know, please, please, please. So, thank you so very much. As always, we are grateful. We appreciate the time you lend. Now, this is a bit different because typically we do our lives on Sunday, and we will still do live this Sunday. However, we thought we kind of catch you somewhere in the middle or towards the end of the week and share something with you that we find exciting. We want to share with you and hope that you might find exciting as well. We do know that when it comes to the reporting of anything that's going on in Africa, for those of you who may be in the States, now I see that we have a wonderful individual from France.
Mhm.
That's good. That's really
Wait,
good.
can you believe we got someone interested in what we got to say all the way in France?
All the way in France. Yeah, we're
Wow.
humble. We're humble. And all the way from North Carolina, our good friend Noella,
Even in,
representing
yeah,
in
Nairobi.
Nairobi, right here in our front yard or backyard, however you look at it. Houston, Texas, where everything is big in Texas.
Hey, you got your sister right there in Atlanta.
We got Huntsville. We got ATL. You know, I love ATL, so I'm always happy to see someone from the ATL. My beloved sister, Sister Melinda. So, yes, wonderful. Thank you guys for joining in. Again, we greatly appreciate it. So, we want to dive on in. Now, my wife is, I'm excited, but my wife is absolutely thrilled.
You know what it is? And most of the ladies can understand what I'm talking about.
Jersey.
Uh-oh, someone from Jersey, someone from Nairobi, Tallahassee. My daughter's trying to move to Florida, y'all.
Florida.
I don't know why. But it's something about strong, powerful, fearless Black leadership that just does something for the Black woman, right? Not just because of their statue, but that's the men that's going to make things happen. And we, of course, we all thought we had that on President Barack Obama.
Why, why?
Listen, before my
That's our
grandmother,
brother. We still love him.
before my grandmother passed, she was able to see the first Black president and get inaugurated. Like I called her. I was in Atlanta. She was in Philly. And we shared a tear on the phone. She was so proud. We were so happy, like, wow, I can't believe we got our first Black president in the United States
Might be the last.
during the time, during the time of my grandmother's life.
Yeah.
So even though maybe he didn't do what we thought he would do, it still was very, very important for people that came from a certain time period. And for my grandmother, that was the proudest moment of her life. We were like, wow.
Mhm.
We cried. I cried. I remember calling one of my best friend and we just cried on the phone.
Mhm.
It was so amazing for us. Now in Africa, every country has Black
They
presidents.
have black presidents.
And you're like, okay,
Like, okay, all
how do we
right.
stand out? So what makes this president better than the next? And so that has become one of my favorite pastimes, just listening to the leadership for
Mhm.
different countries here.
Mhm.
And what I'm loving, y'all. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see the news in the States. I don't know if y'all are up on this, if you're seeing this, but Haiti has some crazy situations going on. And many of us knew about this for a long time. Haiti has always had a rough time from the leadership, mostly from the leadership and bad leadership and bad leadership. Haiti has not had a chance. And all the way from, what was it, Katrina? What was the major hurricane that tore Haiti up? Was that Katrina as well?
No, that was Louisiana. That's New Orleans.
Which
I
one of
don't
them
know.
tore up Haiti
Well, we do know there
so
was a
bad,
hurricane that,
they never recovered from this
right.
day. And so Haiti's been going through it. And now they have, I was watching something today, they said within earthquake? No, this was before the earthquake.
Earthquake, yes, earthquake.
This was before the earthquake. They had
Either way, it was a natural
disaster.
disaster that devastated
Devastated them, of
the
course.
country, yes.
So within the last 90 days, there's so many gangs in Haiti right now. In the last 90 days or the last 30 days, there's been over 2,000 murders in Haiti alone. The count for women being raped is up there in the thousands. And so it's become a national security issue.
Right.
Haiti had asked over a year ago, trying to get somebody, please come help us. Now, you didn't help us with the first aid when we had this natural disaster. You didn't really help us when we couldn't get our feet back on the ground. But this here is wiping the people out.
But here's the thing, though. This is the not to get too political, and I got to say I'm not too knowledgeable. I'm not greatly knowledgeable about everything. However, the thing is, this is so we use the term that is, well, they use the term gangs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Much like what we consider gangs in the US, the honorable minister refers to them as street organizations, right? Although their activities tend to be not very favorable.
No, these are murders.
These are murders. These are murders, and these are, but so a lot of times when it comes to the darker people of the world, we're dealing with situations that have come about not by pretty much just by circumstance, right? Not to excuse, I'm not excusing any behaviors that, just threaten the lives or take the lives of individuals or anything like that. However, the circumstances in Haiti, I'm not trying to get real political, the need that there was and still is, and the need they thought was to be met that was being given, the people didn't get it. The people didn't get.
You're talking about the aid from the earthquake.
Yes,
and stuff. Yeah.
They didn't get it.
Yeah, they didn't get it.
So
the money went somewhere, but it didn't go to them.
So this is, and I'm preaching to the choir. I know there's many of you out there who know a lot more and a lot better than I do as it relates to this. But I'm saying this as a preface as we're leading up to what my wife is saying, and that she just brought that to my mind when you said the aid. And this is indeed something that the people of Haiti are tired of. Now we know the history of Haiti. They no slouches, man. They're no slouches. They're gonna fight. The history has proven and shown that they're gonna fight, and it was because of their fight is how they got their independence. But that's a whole. I digress. That's something totally different. So go ahead, sweetie. Let me get the fan.
Please, I'm melting, y'all. The Kenyan heat just hit me. So imagine. Now, Haiti is at a point where there's not enough police on grounds. It's not enough private security on grounds. People are dying by the hour. People are being stolen and used for ransom. Women and children getting raped and oh my God. So Haiti had asked over a year ago as a national security situation, please, would anybody come to our aid? Would anybody come to our aid? But what was mind-blowing was the only one at that time that stood up was this Kenyan president right here. And so we were like, well, why would he do that? We got they got their own issues going on with these other areas in Africa, why would he go all the way to to Haiti? And so we want to play y'all this clip. He spoke a couple of days ago at the I think it was the United Nations.
No, I think
No,
it was
no,
a, it
no.
was a state of address of sorts, but
Yeah, you'll
nonetheless,
see. You'll see.
you'll see. So it's about 2 minutes.
Yeah,
We'd like for you to take a listen.
we want to talk about it
And this is
afterwards.
what we want to talk about because it actually hits a nerve in a good way. I know people have their comments as to why he's there, but we'll get to that. So, all right, bear with me. Let's see what we got here.
Our determination that this mission will provide a different footprint in the history of international interventions in Haiti and emphasize that it is aimed solely at providing an appropriate environment for the leadership of both the political and civil society sectors to usher in stability, development, and democratic governance through a political framework owned and driven by the people of Haiti. The resolution marks an important moment in the history of global multilateralism as we engage in international collective action that places human security and dignity at the same level as state security and sovereignty and enables the nations of the world to discharge a collective moral duty of securing justice and security for all peoples of all nations. This is a mission for humanity, which connects boldly and directly with the founding principles of the United Nations and affirms our shared hope that justice is finally coming to the people of Haiti, who have borne the brunt of colonial plunder and repression, as well as post-colonial retaliation and exploitation, leaving them vulnerable to geological, climatic, and epidemic calamities. This moment also affirms the Pan-African commitment to our continent's unity, together with the African Union's policy of solidarity with the African diaspora in observance of our sacred duty towards our own flesh and blood, carried into captivity to suffer in chains in a world far away from home, and punished most severely over the centuries for claiming for themselves freedom, the most basic right of every human being.
Okay, let's get in it.
Was everybody able to hear that? Just one person tell me, because I'm ready to
I'm
talk
sure
about
they
it.
would have said it. If they weren't able to hear it, they would have said it. They would have told us, we can't hear, we can't hear.
Okay, so here we are, we're Americans, right? Waiting, not just necessarily us, but other people waiting their whole lives just to have it acknowledged. One, that slavery existed. In the States, they're trying to take it out of the schools. They're trying to wipe out the history. They're trying to make it seem like Black people kind of went on a cruise ship and decided to come to the States and work for free.
Like, we
And
was just like, we're gonna do you all a solid.
yeah, we
We're
just
gonna
want
build
to,
the country for you.
you know what I mean? Just
You can mistreat us, we don't care.
yeah, come on.
400 years.
Let's have your babies
we can lick that.
and forget our own. And we don't even know our names, our history, our language,
We'll give it
nothing
up.
no more. We did it for free. This president said, connect, he actually said it. And this, mind you, the people that are funding this are the same people that are trying to wipe us out of history. That's what blew me away. I'm like, wow. The same people that are going to pay, I think it's $100 million.
$100 million to make sure that the deployment, is taken care of, I guess I'll put it that way. But that in and of itself raises eyebrows among many, especially among the Pan-African.
Mhm.
And even some of the strong leadership among the gangs that are there, one in particular who is considered to be one of the more fierce, who at one time was actually a lieutenant in the law enforcement. So it's good to be able to hear directly from the president of Kenya and stating the position, right? Because I have to be honest with you. I was kind of like,
Yeah, we were like,
I don't know.
why would he do that?
I don't know.
1,000 soldiers, I mean, military and police and private sector, they're sending out 1,000. Until I heard this speech, I was looking side-eye because all of a sudden now, American influence has starting to trickle down into East Africa a little bit more than it was when we first got here. And so we're looking at things like, oh Lord, what's going on? But to hear his position, this is why we stood up and we're going to help, because that's our brothers and sisters over there. They were snatched from us. They are part of this continent and they're over there. We're going to go over there and help them. He said, it's our blood. Oh my God. I was like, yes. What kind of president actually acknowledges what happened to our people? And now he's like, we're going to go over there and help them.
So from our vantage point, because I'm seeing the comments, and I know I know, I already know that this is this is what's coming. And again, it remains to be seen, right? It remains to be seen as to the intention, right? But on the surface, we're just laying on the surface, just taking it from directly from him and from our vantage point as it relates to relation. As far as relation, if you've been kind of listening to some of the past few lives and videos that we've been doing, we've been mentioning here and there about solidifying the relations between our African brothers and sisters with we, the Black man and woman that are from America. And hearing something for us, this is for us. I know this is not gonna, but for us, hearing something like this in the way of an acknowledgement, let's just lay it right there. And not acknowledging that not only was there an occurrence that took place as relates to the estranged family, us, but, or however I should say, the acknowledgement of the continuing suffering. That's the part right there. And he, from his vantage point and those who are with him, positioning himself. Again, we're on the surface here. Positioning himself to bring to order as a brother to a brother. This is how we're seeing it. To bring to order in their country, not from a bullying standpoint, not from a what can I say, a conditional standpoint, but from a brotherly. This is how we're hoping, you know, it is going to be, and that is the premise upon which he's building on. If that is the case.
Well, let's see, because you have Mr. Pan-African Nation.
Okay, talk to us.
He said, what did it say? Rudo has a good speechwriter. Eric,
okay.
Did you know? Did I say that right?
You're Kenyan. Okay, brother Pan-African, you're Kenyan.
And you don't trust him.
You don't trust him.
I respect, what did it say?
His positive attributes, like work ethic, but his lethal aspects concern him. How were protests in Kenya handled? Okay. I can't fight you on that, brother. I won't, you know.
He's Kenyan. You live here.
You live here.
You've seen the results of the prior leadership and
in the current.
So again, all we can go off of is his work for him today.
Right.
You know, what we've seen so far, what he's been attempting to do, what he's trying to do, even what he's done, we're giving him the report card from today. Now you guys have the benefit of seeing him from yesterday. So that's going to be hard for him to change some of that energy. I understand. But At least you have a president that's not afraid to speak to the Western world and let them know, you know what you did, but we're gonna go fix it.
So, and that's very true. And however direction it goes, okay, none of us have really any control over that. Yeah, how can I say this?
Yeah.
It is actually bringing a certain attention. It is creating a certain trend, I believe, a certain trend, right? That will, again, bring in a particular relationship among all of the African diasporas, right? Wherever we may be, whether, because, we've been, I'm gonna tell you something, this was one of the strangest things to me. We had the fortunate, privilege to visit Dominican Republic, right? Now the Dominican Republic and Haiti is like, you can
Night and day.
it's like right next door to each other.
But yeah, they're right next door. Like you could walk across the border. They
But
share the same island.
the same island, but it's so different. It's like my wife said, it's like night and day. It's like literally like lighter versions, darker. I mean, the Haitian people are dark-skinned people, right? However, the circumstances are not the same.
Mm-mm.
They're not the same, even in that closeness. And I know you history buffs, you know the history. You know it better than I do or we do. And so, not to exclude, that's a whole nother thing, dealing with the Dominican brothers and sisters, but it's very clear, there is an African connect with our Haitian family. And for the president, again, we're looking on the surface, for him to have that position to go to help restore order, to bring peace, as brothers should do. Now, if these European countries and the Western country can go into these nations, right, and under the guise of restoring peace, but it doesn't happen. We're looking at Libya right now, okay, and okay, we know it's not how it was before they went in to restore peace. So that's to be questioned. So, as someone commented, I believe it was our beloved sister Noella, giving it a benefit of the doubt, right? Again, the Haitian, they're not gonna lay down. And I saw an interview with one of the
And they're tired.
premier elite gang leaders. He was like, "Look here, all right, if y'all clap, we're gonna clap back."
That ain't what he said.
I mean, in essence, this is what he said. So, okay, so we're hoping that it doesn't come to that, and we're hoping that it will bring about some order. I don't know. So, what are the people saying?
So Aquarius Gold, the president knows what he is doing. He will take from the wolf and help the sheep. Watch the space. We brothers and sisters shouldn't fall for the propaganda. He is fighting the only way he can.
Okay, I can take that.
Yeah.
I can take that. So, why are we excited about this?
Listen, we get excited.
Here she go. Come on.
Again, for me, seeing someone not afraid, that's in leadership, take a stance. Anytime they say anytime they say diaspora, anytime they're saying people that were stolen from this continent, and they're putting it out there and they're acknowledging it, and then going to do something about it, it's like everything we've been fighting for, he's hearing it. I know he's not hearing it, but he's hearing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's making it, it's like the time is now. The time is now. Okay, again, Africa's not for everybody. We're not telling everybody move to Africa. Definitely not telling everybody to do that. But Africa is the world's responsibility here. Africa is the beginning. Africa is where Africa is now.
Right.
It's time for Africa to rise.
And
it won't happen until they connect all of the people
Right,
that have been stolen from this continent.
right. Because you can't just confine it to the geographical area. The diaspora is large. We're everywhere. The descendants of Africa is everywhere. Again, this is what we're hearing.
Hey, when we went to the Dominican Republic, remember we went to a cave it was some kind of church, and they were saying that it had an underground that actually
Oh, right.
went under the ocean
Right.
to go to Haiti, was it, or Cuba? They were
Can't
running
remember.
from slavers, they called them slavers.
Right.
And they had to go underground through a cave and all kinds of stuff to under the ocean. There's like a tunnel trying to hide from the colonizers. I have to say gentle words on YouTube. So they had to hide from the colonizers. Now, 400 plus years later, a president is saying, that's our people over there. That's our people over there. And it's time for us to take care of them. Time for them to know we're here. And we want to try to make something better, try to make it right. So for me, I'm excited about it. I know it's going to happen because they've already voted on it. They've already met with all the high officials. It's already been approved.
It's happening. It's going to happen.
Yeah, they're just waiting for the president to write their budget up. They got the leadership already in classes, learning French lessons so they could speak well over there. So it's already in the works. And then I also read today there's a lot of other countries that's going to be joining in with them. But Kenya has the greatest force, 1,000 soldiers going over there. 1,000.
I think they're law enforcement. I don't know if they're military.
It's a combination.
It's a combination.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's military, police, and I think private security sectors and elite security sectors is what I read today.
Right. So I see you got the post here, but to jump to that, someone had mentioned about France, right? So here's what it seems to be happening. France robbed Haiti, indeed, right? They had the governments after our independence paid them for the loss of that they gained. Where you go? Where's it at? Okay. Right, indeed. Now, but so again, we're not aware of what is happening. Now, our friend from France, I don't know, listen, you're gonna get some
What's the
heat.
French?
You're gonna feel, you
No,
might
because
feel a
that's
little
a
heat.
black person in
Okay,
France. So she came over the same way.
Okay, that's what's up. So here's the thing though. On the continent, right? So we're here in East Africa, with the exception of Rwanda, which with the Belgians, I don't know too much of a French influence. Congo, Belgium again. However, over in the West, right, they're ripping it up. Burkina Faso, Gabon, Niger. Listen, they're throwing. I don't know. You may notice already. I don't know what they're reporting, but they have thrown their leadership.
They want it out. Get out our country.
It's like about I don't know how many coups that had taken place, and by their military, and they want France out because they're realizing that, hey man, like you robbing us. We're suffering still under this particular infrastructure. So,
but on top of it, most of these African countries are paying taxes to their colonizers,
right,
for their freedom,
for their independence. So they still have to pay
we still paying slave taxes.
What's it called? It's called dang, I forget the name of it. Y'all know what it is. Y'all smarter than I am. So y'all know what it is. But that's triggered. It's the France is in the hot seat, right? It's in the hot seat. So here we are, Haiti, a French colonized country, yet again, right? So, we have, whether we're on the continent or not, whether we're in Africa physically or not, wherever we are Africa, we are African, we are of the, we are rooted, we're connected, right? And so if rightfully so, if we can speak in terms of unblurring the lines for something like a visa, right? If we can, on a physically, like, okay, all right, no visa, but what about as a brother, labeling and say, okay, you're Haitian, you're African, you're from this part of Africa, you're from this part of whatever, but no, we are brothers, okay? And even though there's a certain body of water that might separate us, we are still brothers. So let me come to you as a brother. Let me offer myself to you as a brother to help you in your circumstance, your situation within your nation. No condition, no anything. Now, this is on the surface now. We just going, we just dealing on the surface. And we're hoping again that that is the sincere intent in this effort and hoping that something of good could come out of it. Now, the thing about it is, if all of that and what we're saying is absolutely 100% what it is, it's always some haters. You already know. And this goes to what someone wrote on the comments, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
the
might
comments ain't
be
good.
because the enemy is always around, right? And of
It's always
course,
a hidden agenda that you
always
don't
a
know
hidden agenda.
about.
So we have to be in our leadership. I'm not
And
criticizing anybody.
anytime those colonizers from the US have their hands in anything, you best believe
You
there's an
got
agenda.
you gotta keep both eyes open, and you gotta, and so this is what we're saying. So anyway,
So let's read some of the comments,
okay.
Mr. Preacher Man. Good.
I love my people, man.
It's a good points regarding us who lived here, knowing the history. Yes, I like his courage. He's not subservient. He's a very ambitious guy. But I didn't support his election, but I respect his opinions.
I can rock with that, brother. That's very, that's cool. I mean, that's really cool. And again, this is from our brother Pan African. I believe it's a brother, could be a sister, but brother and sister Pan African. We appreciate that.
Yeah, Keith J said, having US backing is never good.
Yeah,
Well, I know.
it's something.
That's what I know. But there's other countries that are pledging funding for this mission to happen. The US is only paying 100 million, but there's a lot more money coming into it from other countries, other private sectors as well, that is going to be paying for this to happen. So maybe we don't put it all on. Listen, yeah, we know and you know. That's all. And stealing from those countries. Okay, France is just a leech. They cannot survive without Africa. Yeah, they crying right now. They need their what we want to call them.
That's it. Somebody said, I just saw something like that.
The shilling situation.
That there is it's very kind of complicated, but that I saw something about that, about the I don't even want to do a disservice and speak on it,
Well, we
but
just read it. France don't use shillings anymore as their currency, but they still tax African nations on it.
right, exactly.
That's why, listen, the need for the single currency and backed by resources in Africa is so important. Stop paying these colonizers taxes. Stop trying to buy this US dollar and keeping up with that. Do your single currency.
Mm.
Franc Afrique.
Frank got freak. Yes, Frank got freak. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Speak the truth, brother and sister. Speak the truth. Uh, man, I'm loving the comments.
Well, you're not letting me
Oh,
read
I'm sorry.
any.
I'm sorry. I'm moving too fast.
But my brother Romeo, he always comes with the facts. What did he say? Just fact that the UN Security Council approved this
That's
mission.
right.
I can say without a doubt that the mission is not to help Haiti.
Okay.
So tell us, Romeo, what do you think it's about? What do you think it's about?
I mean,
what could be the
I mean, I think that we have not only a right, I think that we have a responsibility to have that particular position because we've seen it time and time again.
we can't trust everything.
Right. We've seen it time and time again as to where, okay, the hopes, okay, help is here, the cavalry is come, but it's like, wait a minute, well, what happened?
And
And
you know, all money, not good money.
right.
So if it's not to help Haiti, then what is it? Let us tell us your thoughts. I really want to know.
we want to know. I mean, again,
Mhm.
we're presenting. We're excited because of the hope, right? We're excited of the acknowledgement given from someone in such a position, and from a nation that is where on a continent where ancestrally we come from, and we like to hear that because often we feel like we don't have that particular sense of belonging, and we want to have that connection. So this rubs us right when we hear it, but it all remains to be seen. Go ahead.
So Coy says, but also in the development of the industry linked to the conquest of space, rockets,
Orbiting
orbiting
systems.
systems, etc. This is why the U.S. will never leave this country, between 12 and 15,000 soldiers.
So this country meaning Kenya.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, you know, we have also found something else that was amazing, if you want to put on there.
Let me see.
With the United Nations, um, not necessarily United Nations, but Washington, D.C. has allotted this $100 million, I think it is.
60 million, you referring to the
Yeah,
electric
the
buses?
60 million you want to put on
Let
there.
me see if I can just put an overlay up for you guys so y'all can see. Let me see. I'm trying to get good with this here.
We learning, we
We
doing it.
learning.
Uh,
Here we go. No, that's not it.
it's the one above it.
Here we go.
Yeah, $60 million for electric buses for Kenya. 60 million. And again, the president has spoken the last couple big meetings they had. They did have the economy meeting, the ECOWAS, I guess, and they were talking about the clean air and going green and cutting down carbon and pollution and so forth. So they have, again, made another agreement with the people in Washington to fund 100 electric buses to come to Kenya, to Nairobi, which is needed though. I was pretty amazed, like, wow, that's awesome, because Nairobi, well, Kenya has these little, what they call pagadas or something.
Which one?
The vans.
Oh, the Mutatu.
Matatu.
Mutatu.
They're all over. They got
They
they
scare
all
me.
wrapped up in videos and rappers, and
Yeah, I like that though.
they be scared. We walk down the street, they put their head out the window. Hey,
Hey man, come on, man. I want.
they dark inside. I'm like, I ain't going in there. So they
But
are
they help.
getting, yeah, as normal transportation here, but they are getting these electric buses. But again, my question was, why y'all doing that?
So it's a company though. It's
It's
particular.
funded from Washington D.C., but it's approved from the U.S. government.
Okay.
But it's an NGO, it's a private funding.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's connected to, it got the approval from the government.
Okay.
So, and it's all a part of the clean air campaign or carbon something. But again, all of a sudden out of nowhere, I'm like, wait a minute, what is America creeping in over here? What's going on? Y'all tell us what's going on. Is this something that we just been missing? Has it always been going on? Or does it seem like oddly all of a sudden, why everybody is dropping America, everybody's dropping the US dollars, everybody cutting ties with the US. All of a sudden, America's really focused on Kenya.
Or maybe it always has been. We just don't know since we just,
Right.
It's just it's in our face now, But the question is he playing checkers or is he playing chess? Right?
Oh,
And he could be playing chess.
okay.
And so I see a comment, it's got my wife's interest.
US wants that
Iridium.
That's on Haitian soil.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Yeah, because
that sounds like
a couple years ago, there was this crazy propaganda right before COVID about the Dominican Republic. They were starting to say, yeah, all these tourists were dying from some alcohol they were drinking. All these tourists were dying, and the
I
US
remember that.
made it like a red code 4, like no travel destination. And so the people started suffering. And later we'll hear, oh, now we got big American chain hotels popping up all over the DR. So now that the locals had to close down all their resorts, close down their restaurants, move out because they couldn't afford it because of this propaganda. So hearing, okay, again, Haiti and the DR share the same island. That beautiful water in the DR connects all the way to Haiti. Same kind of climate, same beautiful weather. So I can see, yeah, you're right. Maybe it is something more that the US wants besides stopping this war on thugs over there.
So
Oh, Lord.
we got a lot of comments here. Let's see what we got.
They said France and US are behind all coups in Haiti. Oh, my goodness. That might be, because I also read that they got their weaponry, that the US has always supplied the Haitians with their weapons and funding for that. Okay, what that say?
It's a lot of good, it's a lot of really, really good comments. I really wish we can get to them all. A lot of enlightening.
Oh, that's not. I would say this, that the UN can make a call, but Kenya's intentions is what matters. But that's how we feel. The Kenyan intention is what matters.
That's where we are with it. Like
Yeah.
right there, like, okay. Again, on the surface, that even goes beyond the surface. If the intentions are true, sincere, of course, we will see the fruits of it. So we're hoping, because again, it will go beyond. It will resound. I mean, and reverberate throughout. I mean, it will really.
Exactly. Imagine this, guys. This is how I'm looking at it. Here we are, have a president who has put out there to the world, we need to stop charging the diaspora to come back to their home. Let's do away with the visas. It hasn't happened yet, but he put it out there. Let's do it. Then he puts out there, we're going to go help our people in Kenya. That's our family. We'll take care of it. That's our responsibility.
Right.
Imagine if they actually go over there and they have a successful mission. They save more lives than is taken. They stop the war. They stop the war from thugs. They bring peace back to the country that they haven't had in so many years. And then they actually do drop the visa situation for the same people that they're over there fighting for. What kind of president? The whole world would be looking at this giant. The whole world would be looking at Kenya like, wow.
It would be amazing.
It would be amazing.
I think it really would. I mean, it would be, but it will be just the beginning and scratching the surface, because as someone mentioned on these lines, is that, a lot of these offices, individuals in some of these countries have, the leadership has been placed there. They have not been elected, but selected and been put there to do a particular bidding for, so this is what I'm understanding. This is what the people of Haiti and even the people in West Africa, they're like, look, time out for all of that. If you're not going to represent the people, you're not going to represent me.
We're getting you out of here.
Then we're not going to wait for no next election. We're going to do what we got to do.
And eventually, Black Americans are going to stand up and say the same thing, because we're going to watch all these other successful across the world and be like, it's time for someone to represent us.
Well, the honorable minister said the world he's waiting for us. The world is waiting for us. Black man and woman from America stand up. When we stand up in America, anyway, that's way a whole other topic. Anyway.
So Kev J said, remember 20 years ago, the USA caused the coup in Haiti and unseated a Democratic elected president.
That's right. I forgot about that. You're absolutely right. That's absolutely right.
Okay, this brother said, we need help. We need to help Haiti as Africans, because they will not get help from somewhere else. Ukraine is essential to the developed countries because of how much they get out of it.
That's it. You're right. We got to look out for one another.
Yeah, and we have to stop looking outward. We are all across this globe. Imagine if we all stood up and just helped.
All right, let's this is our friend.
Ooh.
This is our friend. Well, he comments quite often. Waru, I know I mispronounced your name. I apologize. All right, so this is you can't have a how can I say a thesis and not have antithesis. You got to have an agitation, right? Which is cool because there's many ways and many angles to look at particular things. So here's okay. So here we have it.
Once you live long enough in Kenya, you'll stop seeing Ruto in Kenya through rose-tinted glasses. That 60 million might never reach the intended target. Corruption is it.
Well, again, as we mentioned, we can't. We can't.
We only can view him from what he does today.
Right. We can't really speak on anything other than what we're receiving. And we are we're guests in this particular country, and we come with a hope that as diasporas we can be received and co-join with the Kenyans or wherever we are on the continent, right? In solidarity, okay, to offer what it is that we have of experience, expertise, knowledge, or whatever, what have you. It's nothing we can do. We can't, not that we would ever try to do that, but to take over or make you change, nothing like that, but to aid and assist and to be connected, reconnected. So when we hear these things, it's with hope, right? We can't, it's with hope, all right? That's the best way that I can put it. Until you gotta, I mean, he was elected. Somebody likes him. He was elected. Now that he's elected, he has to be given, as any other country and nation or whatever, so forth and so on, given the time to be able to make good on whatever it is that he intends to give good, to do for the people within this particular country and I guess throughout the continent. When his term is up, give him the report card. If he fails, he fails.
At least let him get through a year. Let's do
Well,
a report card.
It's been
for
about
the
a
year.
year. It's been a year since last month, right? He's been in office, right?
Okay.
So we don't know, excuse me, sweetie, we don't know the circumstances and condition of the country in the leadership prior to him, right? I'll put it like this. You have a country, Rwanda, right? And you have a president who they don't want him to leave. They don't want him to go. They want him, and he's been in position for years.
He's running again.
And he's running again. So there's an indication that he's doing something favorable for the people of Rwanda. They love him, they like him. So if there is a leadership, right, that is loved and is liked, when the term is up and he's going for the next, the people are going to stand. The people are going to ride with that individual regardless.
But you got to give him a chance.
But you got to give him a chance.
So, Tiger.
I'm sorry for being long-winded.
Yeah, I have to cut him off a little bit so we can get through there. Sister Tiger, Kenya's presidents are historic bootlickers. That's why they are cozying up to the U.S. The U.S. is also about to pay Kenya to be the fall guys in Haiti.
All right,
I hope that's not what it is.
Hope not.
I had that thought, I hope that's not going to be detrimental to 1,000 lives because Haitians ain't playing. They about this life. Every day they on survival mode. They ain't trained for this day, they live it.
So good point,
Where
Romeo. Okay, let's put him up. And I'm a just brief comment on that. Why are they not helping Somalia? Okay. The colonizers very smart. They're using another black brother to colonize Haiti. Kenyan troops will actualize the UN Security Council mission. All right. So now, again, is he playing checkers or is he playing chess? All right. Now, this is why.
that hurt my feelings though.
No, this is good. This is
He
good.
said another brother to colonize Haiti.
But here's the thing, and this is what, and I'm gonna touch on this real quick and I'm done with it, right? So now we know you have what they would consider terrorist group, right? And you have offsets of those particular groups, what they classify terrorist groups. You have offsets of one particular main one. I'm not going to put no names out there. And one particular is one that is very close to Kenya and has position in Haiti. So is he playing chess or is he playing checkers? It could be that the vision of the current, he's seeing the possibilities. He's looking to see how certain things could tie together and affect negatively the country in which he is representing. This is all speculation for me because I don't know either way, but I do know that that is a major factor. That's a major factor of consideration into why he's taking position. It is for the bringing order for the Haitian people, but you have to ask yourself the question, what is the benefit, of course, for the country he's representing? And I believe that has a lot to do with it, to try to offset or to prevent, to keep at bay any possibilities of anything negative of these offsets coming to the country. I'm done.
Oh, okay. Kenyans' intentions is being dictated by who is forking the bill. Follow the money. Okay.
we can be here all day with this.
I think this is important right here because when I'm going through some of the research, a lot of the locals here in Kenya is not happy with this decision. And Waru, he says, charity begins at home. He is taxing Kenyans to the bone, wasting that money on luxury cars and tours abroad, and can't even protect Kenyans from Al-Shabaab.
That's who I was referring to.
Open your eyes.
This is what I'm referring to.
I mentioned that earlier. I said,
I'm referring to this Al-Shabaab. This is what I'm referring to. In seemingly, the efforts are in play to help in not that situation escalating. This is a lot of people need a lot of backdrop on all of this to be able to understand all of these things here. Even myself, I'm not too knowledgeable about it. But
so if that's the case, because they're looking at a lot of money being paid for this transaction to happen, a lot of money. So was there a lot of money offered to help the Somalians?
That's above our pay grade.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Our name is Bennett. We just trying to understand because when it's dealing with, unfortunately, we're Americans. That's what it says, right? So it does affect us. I do want to know why you over here in my new house. You know what I mean? What's going on? What's the connection?
The connection. I know what the connection is.
What's the connection?
We're all black people. We need help. Again, I'm going off of I'm settling on the best part, right? And I could be way naive. I could very much be, but I'm gonna settle on the best part of what I know.
And we would tell you when we like, that don't look right. We just, up until this point so far, what we're seeing is the best that I've seen in leadership as a president so far. So Pan-African nation now, okay. He said Ruto has all the ingredients to make a great president. So I understand the optimism I see often. Potentially poisonous ingredients concern me. He won the 2022 election, so my pessimism isn't universal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a right again to.
Dang, somebody said Ruto was forced on him. Y'all gonna leave President Ruto alone. Y'all had to give him a chance, man. Listen, we've seen cowards. We've seen what they call them, Uncle Toms. We've seen, I mean,
Uncle Ruckus. We've seen
we've
him.
seen all of that stuff, man. I mean, I listen. We know politics is the devil. We know it's the devil. We know there's a lot of underhanded, backhanded, and it's always at the expense of us. We know that. But just maybe, can we just have a little faith that at this time, where we see that change has come, that Africa is the focal point of the whole world, that maybe this time, he might be a man of his word if we gave him a chance, just a little chance.
We don't know.
We don't know yet.
We don't know. And and the beat goes on, right?
They won't even let him be Pan-African.
The beat goes on. You gotta,
Rudo's track record is for self. He is far from being Pan-African. Well, maybe he want to be now. Can he be? Maybe he change. Maybe he decide now he want to be Pan-African. Are we Pan-African?
Look, I'm an original black man.
I want to know about Pan-Africanism.
I'm an Asiatic black man.
I want to know about Pan-Africanism.
Listen.
What makes you a advocate for Pan-Africanism? What do you have to qualify for that? Like, what is the
criterion?
Yeah, to say I am a Pan-African. What is that? Because by nature, is most black people, I don't know.
I'm saying if he's going to Haiti and these are African people, they by descent, right? Is that Pan-Africanism? Would that be a Pan-African move?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it would depend on what his purpose is, I guess what the intent is. If you're saying for those who are skeptics and saying that it's a move that is contrary to the progression of Africa and African people, then no, I guess he would not be Pan-African. However, if he is making this move and doing this for the betterment long term down the road for all of Africa and Kenya, then I would think he would qualify as being Pan-African. But I don't know.
Well, his speeches are definitely Pan-African.
Okay.
His speeches are now. I don't know about the actions yet, but the speeches are. But this is good. Aquarius Gold said there's a lot of strong sentiment on folks' opinion on this president. But I will add this fact.
She's bold. Okay.
There is strong awakening happening to our people right now. And this president is definitely part of it.
That's the part. That's
the truth right there. And that's what I'm saying. At this time, at this stage in humanity, this stage in life right here, something's happening. All those that are spiritual, you can feel it in your body. You can feel it in your spirit. Something is happening. Change has come. And it's happening to the benefit of our people right now. What we got? Majority of Kenyans didn't choose him. We chose the other.
Riley.
Yeah. As his running mate.
As his running mate. Okay.
I've heard that. Oh man, Joe, you be saying the most.
Haitians not even support this mission. Okay.
The Haitians are, listen, they hesitant. They're like, the last time y'all came, they know anything that the colonizers has their hands in, they need to be skeptical.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I guess that's the part. That is the part that there is a third party or that is involved or backing backing it that causes question for on both those among the Kenyan people who are not in agreement as well as the Haitian people. And okay, I understand that. I understand that because we know the history. We know the history. But again, is he playing chess or is he playing checkers? So that's the part.
We just gotta wait this thing out and see. But Kenneth Frederick, he gotta be American. He like us. He's like that's the problem of having everybody has something negative to say about any situation, but not trying to solve the problem. Every country is corrupt. Every president is corrupt, and that we know that they have to be.
But
Politics make you.
so maybe not you. I mean, there are those who are downright corrupt. However, in this here saying every president is corrupt, maybe there's imperfection. There's imperfection, of course, in leadership. There's imperfection in individuals, and of course, everyone's not. It's not going to be perfect. Not going to hit the mark. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, Coy said, Kenya is my favorite country because you and the Jamaican guy show us a lot of interesting things. Joe said we are sad. I want to
Sad.
talk more about that. Not on this one, but I want to understand. I do. I want to
You
understand
know what would help?
more.
You know what would help? I'm sorry. What would help? This is what would help for our understanding and for other people's understanding, for those who have a contrary position as it relates to the leadership. If there was presented something more factual, something tangible to give reason as to why we shouldn't be as hopeful as we are, or as hopeful as some people are. For us, we don't know any. All thing we know is what is right in front of us. When you speak to us about 30 years ago, I was 22. And I was just not too long out of high school. I'm just living my life. So I'm not even thinking. So what you say may be true. We don't know. However, if you're wanting us to understand sincerely, if there's a sincerity of wanting us to understand and have a more broader scope, if presenting something of more tangible and more factual, then our scope will be broadened. But until then, we can only go by what we have right in front of us.
I mean, they're supplying the facts. I think maybe we should have a conversation with.
Maybe we should invite
with
one of them
some
on
locals,
on.
yeah,
Maybe we
have a
should invite you on the
conversation.
live. Let us know if y'all want to come on the live.
Yeah, because so we can fully understand.
Not now, but
not today.
we'll schedule it.
Yeah, we'll do a live where you guys can actually educate
But
us.
we can't be doing no blaspheming and all that stuff.
All we see is Mr. Rudo's the man. Like, I'm ready to fight for him. Stop! Y'all better stop talking about my president right now. That's all we see. So we don't know the true effects of some of the policies that have happened. The taxes. I know he done taxed some stuff. I know the gas prices is crazy, and there's a lot of people hungry, and a lot of drivers parking their cars. They can't do work the way they used to. We do hear that. We do know those situations right there.
Of course.
But yeah, maybe we have that conversation. But Romeo wants to talk about our other president, Kagame. He said his situation is a ticking time. You guys be sending us emails on this ticking time bomb, sending us messages. Y'all sent us messages so bad, it scared us to the point where we were like,
we had to shut the comments down.
Let's turn these comments off. And those crazy messages really helped solidify why we left. Because y'all spooked us out.
Spooked us.
I'm not
That
even
ain't why we left, but
I'm not even reading this, Romeo, because and even Coy said they're sad. Never have we been impoverished like this. And Coy said, yeah, I think so too. Jeez. The U.S. was in Somalia before they were forced out. Check the movie Black Hawk Down. Americans were
Yeah. I remember that.
The U.S. was in Somalia. Okay. Yeah, that's true. This is what I know. The UN has never done any Black nation any good. DRC is kicking the UN out by December. Really? Yeah, I just read that.
Yeah, I did too.
I just read that. And
But this is,
but they
hold on, though.
disrespectful too, though. They
this-
disrespectful.
But see, this is goes back to what my sister was saying. This is good. This is like, okay, yeah. It's a process, and there's an awakening that is taking place, identifying that this is the part. See, too long we've been looking at one another as the enemy. And in some cases, maybe rightfully so, because we've allowed ourselves to be puppets and used and so forth and so on. But every puppet has a puppeteer. What good is it to attack the puppet and not really go and deal with the puppeteer? And this is what it seems to be taking place. They're identifying who the puppeteer is to get to the root of the matter and the situation. If he happens to be a puppet, right? But because there is such a mass awakening, the exposing of it will be so, it will be clear. It will be very, very clear. And it will be clear that he is on the opposite side of the progress of the people. And then that is what it will be. That is what it is. Right? So we understand that. We do understand.
And her beauty says something don't smell right with the mission in Haiti.
All right, we're gonna see if it's roses or if it's something you stepped in. We're gonna find out sooner or later. Sooner or later, we're gonna see it.
Yeah, I mean, I again, we were skeptical. We were like, what's going on? Why would they go to Haiti? And then we heard his speech. Again, the speech was talking to our soul. We was like, okay, I can understand that. Of course, with that price tag as well, we definitely can understand that. But we'll see what happens. Tiger said the U.S. has a huge military that's closer to Haiti. Why would they need to send Kenyan forces from the other side of the globe, especially since they don't speak the same language? Doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Now, I was wondering that as well, because French is nowhere near Kiswahili. And Haitians don't speak English. Is not even like it's not like their second language. I don't think they like the Haitians we met. They speak English, comme ci comme ça, but I don't know. Rudo is a globalist. He surrenders his nation. Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, look, I'm gonna tell you, family. We can go on.
Hold on,
really.
hold on. Okay, we're not gonna talk about the puppetry right now.
We're gonna, yes. Hold on.
You like this
my man?
guy.
That's my man, Bookman and Dessalines.
He loves you because of your name.
Because this is perfect. That's Celine. If it wasn't for, I mean, he's very key in Haiti's independence and Haiti being what it is. Well, not what it is, but you know what I'm saying. So when he has the name Bookman and Dessalines, okay. Greetings, brother. Greetings. I love to see you pop up.
Mm-hmm. So Pan-African nation, Somalia insecurities was hurting Kenya. It was killing tourism. It was making goods expensive. Ships require higher insurance. Other bad stuff too. I think we impressed the Americans, hence Haiti. Okay, that's a good way to look at it. It's a good way to look at it. Romeo, remember how black abolitionists were infiltrated by CIA? An assassinator turned to work for the enemy. That is what Rudo is dealing with. Rudo is playing checkers on a chessboard.
Or he could be the spook that sat by the door. Okay. If you don't know, check it out. The spook that sat by the door. He had to get his foot in. Let me get my foot in. Let me get all the intelligence. I got the intelligence. The naysayers from around the way was like, okay, nah, he ain't rep. He's like, had to look. I'm getting the intelligence, so I can hip you to what's going on. So he could be the spook that sat by the door. So he could be playing checkers on the checkerboard still. So it's ways you can look at this thing, but we won't know until we know.
So Waruru, I wish you tell me how to say your name right. Waruru. He demoted, and now see, I read this and I was wondering why did he do that just a day or two after the speech? He demoted the foreign affairs minister that gave that speech about it being God's will for Kenya to go to Haiti. We all know it's not for kumbaya reasons, but that 100 million. 100 million US. It's more than that, actually. That's just what the US has pledged to pay. Ruto hates God. Oh my God. He's a Kenyan. How he hate himself?
Well, you got this person got a thing out.
You know, Bookman says, but not going to Haiti while he is supporting the president of DR who has been an arrogant racist towards us.
Haiti. Oh, that's the real way you spell it, you pronounce it.
Haiti. Yeah, I heard that.
A lot of this stuff is above my head. I'm really not, when it comes to a lot of it, because we're not political in that way, like that. What we are is we are for the unifying and unification of we as Black people, wherever we are. And we in Africa, we in America, the UK, we in France, because we all got the same hurt. Just to be honest with you, we all got the same hurt, and that hurt is coming for the most part from the same perpetrator.
Mm-hmm.
And any effort, right, that is being done, appearing to be. I'm not saying don't keep your eyes open. I'm not saying, what not watch. You got to watch as well as pray.
Yeah, we're watching.
So we're watching, but we are acknowledging what we are watching right now. And what we're watching and what we're hearing, it sounds good. It has with it potentially some promise, but it remains to be seen. We know this. It remains to be seen. So we are for the uniting of we as diasporas, and it just all of us as Black, where we may be found, because ultimately it's going to be us. It's up to us. Time and history has already shown that we've tried everything but this. We've tried
That's true.
everything but us.
We never unified.
And helping
And
us.
it's by design. They kept us separated by design. Now, because of their wonderful social media, the world, black people are connecting all over the world. We're seeing, oh wow, we're over there. I'm watching Wudamaya today. He's in Belize, and he's going to find this neighborhood that has 85% Africans that had came over as the diasporans that are Belizean.
That's a beautiful thing.
Man, we are all over this continent. They took us and just whoever, $5, whatever, sold us like cattle all over the globe. And now finally shackles are being broken off of our brains. Mm-hmm. Besides the fact that we thought we were free, but our minds have still been shackled and still are. So now they're starting to wake up. And the Great Awakening, like the sister said, is happening right now.
Right.
So whether his intentions are pure, Pan-African or not, something's going on right now, and this is going to have a big effect on the unification of Blackness.
It's a movement. We move in Africa on the move.
And now see that the Kenyans, they're trying to warn us. They said, listen, I'm trying to tell you, but y'all seem to know better. He's not fresh.
We don't know.
We're not saying we know anything.
Not saying that,
I'm just saying.
We're not saying that. That's not what we're
just saying. What we see today, his words are good.
You hear what we're saying. Come on, man. Whatever personal thing that you might have.
They hurt. It's
I understand you
hurt. They're struggling. It's a hard time for Kenyans.
Right.
We know that.
We get it.
We definitely get it.
We know it more than you can. We here. we here, man. We in Africa. We ain't just here. We here. So we get it. We understand. But we gotta figure this thing out. It's gotta be done. We gotta figure it out. If he is not the man, he is not the one, time will tell that he is not the one. But he's there. He's the man in position right now. He's doing what he thinks needs to be done in this regard. When it comes to dealing directly with the locals, and
We don't know.
we don't know. We don't know.
Can you shut that door?
All right.
The mosquitoes. You see this already, y'all. The mosquito done punched me in the face.
Time out.
And now the door is open. So I'm gonna read, Aquarius Gold said, let me add that Kenya was hit badly by al-Shabaab multiple times in the past. Kenya stopped relying on US and went and fought in Somalia and stopped it. They just stabilized parts of DRC when the UN failed. Kenya's fierce. Kenya's fierce. And I'm hoping that this is a good thing. I know y'all like, girl, don't put your hopes up. But I'm really hoping that this is gonna be a good thing.
I'm back.
He's been a politician here for 30 years. We know him.
You already said that, brother.
No, listen, he like, y'all ain't hearing me.
Oh, that was earlier.
This is my sister Adrian. She said she's been watching, she just started watching our channel.
Thank you.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
How are you? She was from Atlanta.
She was ATL,
Yes.
represent ATL.
Kenya's in the worst state ever since we were punished with this evil government. Joe.
Listen, Joe,
It's Joe and Baru.
We're gonna put you in timeout.
He has totally embraced. No, he didn't. They ain't changed none of these laws. They just went ahead and voted that they could have an organization. But they ain't changed none of the laws, right? Jamal, I like to say I have faith, but tend to your camel. Yes, pay attention to the history, but also there's unseen forces for the good present in all situations. Right now, you can feel it.
Alhamdulillah. Yes, tie your camel. You're right. Tie your camel. Thank you. Well said, Brother Jamal.
Kenneth Frederick said this is third year coming to Kenya. He loves it. Hurricane Matthew. Okay, she must have started in the beginning. Liberation. I like this. I like this. Put that up there. Liberation is happening all over Africa. Rebels and terrorists are fading away, and white people are being chased out of Africa. It's time. It's time, and I love it.
There's so many comments, man, and I mean, I'm really grateful. I'm really glad that you all, because it shows that this proves that there's an awakening. I mean, not just here. I know you guys, but people are not wanting to go for the okie doke. I respect that. I really, really respect that.
Kenneth Frederick said, you can't blame the president of Kenya. Don't forget he was a vice president for 8 years, and we just came out of a COVID social. It's not a Kenyan thing, it's a global thing. Give him a chance.
Give him a chance.
Come on, y'all. Give him a chance. I'm going to give him a chance. And I'm going to hope he's a man of his words, and he's going to make magic happen for all of our people. That's what I'm hoping. Maybe y'all send him this video so he can see I want to meet with him.
No, don't do that.
No? Y'all going to be in trouble, not us. We as cheerleaders right now. Go, go, go. Bookman and okay.
Bookman, so he's playing checkers. He thinks he's playing checkers. Okay, look, we'll see. We'll see. All right. Well,
really? You think so? No. Let me see. Real quick.
That's right, Jamal. Make sure you put that up there.
Okay, but let's go to this one real quick. She said the U.S. is sending Kenya to Haiti to help, but in the end, it's going to turn Haitians and other Caribbeans off from Africa. The U.S. government is diabolical.
Okay. I mean, I don't really have much of an argument. I'm arguing on nobody, but I don't have much of a debate. But again,
I don't know.
We don't know. So here's the thing. So there has to be, a contingency then, right? If this is not the move, we know Haiti is in need. We know the state of affairs. We know what's going on in Haiti. So is it hands off? Nobody, that's their problem, let them deal with it? And if so, how does that now affect those of us outside of that particular region? Or do we do something? Do we do what we can? What is it? If we're saying that this is not the move, And if we are acknowledging, those of us that are acknowledging that Haitians they are our brothers and sisters. And we know that they've gotten the short end of the stick and they are suffering and they are turning in on one another. What do we do? What happened? What is it? What is this? What is the solution? But this is just not pertaining to Haiti. This is pertaining to many of the darker nations of the earth. Black people in America. We have an age-old problem. We still right there. So what is this? So there has to be a remedy. There has to be a solution. And the only thing that I can possibly think of, we all know we always talk about the colonizer. We talk about the US and the France and doing this and so forth and so on. But what are we doing to unify our efforts after we identify that you have the same colonizer as I do? He did the same thing to you that he did to me. Okay, what are we going to do? I have my country, I have resources. I can help with my resources in your country to help your people, which is my people. So what do we do if this is not the move?
In time, Africa will never be united until the colonizers are not involved in African progress.
Come on now.
In the words of my great President Ruto, he said, Africa for African problems.
Africa for African problems. And somebody gonna say, well, Haiti ain't in Africa.
They Africans.
They are Africans. That's the
part.
ET,
why did you guys move from Rwanda? Can you please go watch our previous 12, 13, 14 videos that we talked about?
Well, just man, listen, it's no mystery. We just like Kenya. We
moved to Kenya.
Yeah, we like Kenya.
Because y'all comments spooked us out and we needed to leave.
Listen, we like Kenya. We loved Rwanda while we were there. We loved Kenya. We came to Kenya and it became a fit for us as we began to grow, being on the continent, we said, oh, okay, Kenya's, yeah. We just like Kenya. We like it.
Bookman said, well, Bookman, you gotta also understand it's not just Kenya that's going over there. There's other companies, I think El Salvador, Ecuador, there's a bunch of other countries that are also going to be coming in on this situation. But Kenya has the greatest amount of force that's going, which is 1,000 police officers. A couple other countries are pledging 500. Another one is pledging some like 700 officers, but Kenya has 1,000 that they're going to be sending, or they're training up right now. Special for Kenya got it on lock.
And it's my understanding it's a piece.
Dang, Romeo, did he say this? I'm not even going to read it out loud.
Listen, we can go on all hours of the night, people, we have the opinions and they're going to be opinions. They're going to be pros and they're going to be cons, and that's well and good, and some on either side of the coin are valid, some are not.
Oh, here's a good one. I don't know if I could find it.
So we've been riding this thing out for about an hour and a half now.
But wait, Alan said you have stumbled on a very dangerous topic. The answer to your question is 1959, 1972, and 1994. Get it? Unresolved festering issues.
Where is that? Let me see that.
I'm looking at it on this one. I can't see it over there.
Put it up. Let me see. Oh.
What's it? Alan.
Give us a second, people.
What? Who asked Trump to be the Speaker of the House?
Just read it again. Read it again for me.
Okay. Alan said you have stumbled on a very dangerous topic. The answer to your question is 1959, 1972, and 1994. Get it? Unresolved, festering
Listen,
issues.
that's that country. That country is doing what it has to do, right? In 29 years, and within the last 29 years, they have, however, whatever it took for them to get where they are now, they are where they are. 29, after all of 1959, 1994. I'm not too familiar about 1972, but 1994, it is now a different country. It's not that country. So again, we coming in where we come in. We're coming in within that 29-year period when we arrived on the continent. And we can only go by what it is that we saw, what we experienced. We are aware of the history of what took place, but they're in a state of repair and reparation. How and who and all of that stuff there, that's something that's above our pay grade, right? So, we're not trying to stir up nothing, man. We want a solution. We want our people to, like my man Yasin Bey, most deaf. I want my people to be free, to be free, to be free. Okay? And anyone with the language, with the language and the dialogue that speaks to that or sounds like that, I'm I'm just saying,
Yeah.
that's
We're just being hopeful. More,
yeah.
more importantly, we love engaging in the dialogue, having think tanks, wanting to know what, and then again, bridging the gap. We have a lot of Kenyans on our stream that we love, we appreciate. You help balance out our thought processes. Then, of course, we have lot of other Black Americans and diasporans, people from France and Switzerland is on. So we love hearing the different mindsets and the think tank and in general, just having a great conversation about what's going on in the world today. So we're not saying that President Ruto is the God.
You're not saying the savior,
He's
none of
the
that
savior of
stuff.
Black people in the world. We're saying he's saying the right words, and we're watching, and we're hopeful that he's going to be the man that makes some things happen, especially for our people here in Kenya and across the globe. Um, Political climate of a country as it relates to its people is key. Thank you all for participating in this conversation.
Sister Sandra,
I
thank
needed to
you.
be educated.
We did too.
Yeah, we
You
wanted to know what
yeah,
how
we
y'all
wanted to
thought.
know. I mean, we share with you what it is that we, what excites us. We're grateful, we're thankful to be able to be here in Kenya. We love it. We were grateful and thankful to have been in Rwanda. We are grateful to be on the continent. Coming from where we're coming from. You know, um, we love being. I'm a black man from America, black woman. We love that. And we just
And we love learning. So Waruru, you're wrong. We're not here from Kumbaya. We're not looking for yes men. We're just trying to get a full understanding of how people feel, how people feel about their leadership here, and how are they looking at him? What lens are they looking at it with? Are they viewing him from the time he became president, or are they viewing him from years of being in politics? And you guys know better than we do. We weren't following Kenya. We weren't even looking at Africa. So we don't know his report card.
no, we don't.
So these are great conversations because we want to be educated as well.
Yeah, give us something, Raru. I mean, your opinion. That's your opinion.
Yeah,
That's
you don't gotta
cool.
be mean.
That's your opinion of you have of whatever. But again, as I mentioned before, provide something. If you don't want us to have a kumbaya mission,
I'm gonna let Easy York get them.
give us something that can broaden our scope. If you sincerely want us to know the truth, if there's a sincerity of wanting us to be made aware in truth, give us that. Give us that. But let's take the. I mean, it don't have to be
We don't gotta
poison.
be emotional about
You
it. We
don't have
ain't
to be,
bashing nobody.
you don't have to, you don't have to have the poison
Mm-mm.
in it. Just give it. The truth represents itself. The truth speaks for itself. The
Yes.
truth doesn't need any additional aid. And so if you present it and if it's valid, we are lovers of truth. We will submit to that truth and we will accept it for what it is. But it's not necessary, really, to be venomous. If he is not the guy, he's not the guy. He's not, if he's not that. But again, his track record will speak to that, and that will be the truth. And that's what we will hold on to.
I think this is a good closing to the topic. You can read it.
Thank you guys. Kwame and Nkrumah said, "You are not an African because you were born here. You are an African because Africa was born in you. It flows through your veins." Brother Allen, I salute you. Thank you so much for that.
And if you guys enjoyed the conversation, please give us a thumbs up.
Come on, give us the thumbs up. Even listen, even just for the effort, even if you don't agree with everything, just for the effort, the fact that we are here, we're trying to connect. Give us a thumbs up.
We're trying to survive in these Kenyan streets, y'all.
Give us a thumbs up, share. We appreciate your comments. We really do.
And we want to thank you again for all those that had donated and sent money to the Cash App, to the PayPal,
Yes.
to the Mapesa. And listen, please continue to support us. That's the only way we can continue to support you. So we will be here Sunday, God willing.
Inshallah, we'll be here Sunday and with our live, and we'll present more. Thank you so very much for what you all have given. We're gonna go back over it. Many comments. We're gonna go back over.
Why Easy York gotta talk about our echoes? Y'all don't love us.
I know.
Romeo said he love us, but I don't know about the rest of them.
We love you too, brother, and all of you guys. Thank you so much. For those of you who are not subscribed, please. If you want to hear more, you want to know what else is going on with the Muhammad's and the residential tourists, please go ahead and subscribe. We'd love to have your subscription and continued viewership. We're growing. We're trying to improve. We're trying to get better. One day, we're gonna get rid of this echo. I promise.
No, they said there's no more echoes.
Oh, okay. Who's talking about some echoes?
No, Easy York said finally, no echoes.
Oh, no echo. Okay.
We got it.
All right, well, we got it. We licked it.
We figured it out.
Okay, that's one check for us. All right, thank you very
Someone
much.
else said the lighting was good, so we're official YouTubers now.
All right, we still got some kinks to iron out, but nonetheless, thank you. Can't thank you enough. We appreciate you for joining us. For those of you in the States, I know it's early morning, and those of our brothers and sisters here in Kenya, thank you for stopping what you were doing.
And we had fun, y'all.
We have fun. We appreciate you all very much. So until maybe Sunday, next
Well, we
live
got
on
some
Sunday.
videos dropping this week.
Got some videos that's going to be dropping. For those of you who are looking to move to Mombasa, we're still on the hunt, and we got some great finds. We want to hopefully help make the transition good for you, or just help in any way we can. So
And again, we still offering consultation services. We've been helping people find places here, helping people with their transition, helping people with their thousands of questions. So if you want to do any consultation, hit us up on adilahsrelocationservices@gmail.com. And memberships, make sure you join those memberships, please.
I'm telling you, the membership. I'm gonna tell you, for me, the membership. I have something so eager I want to talk about, but I just can't. It alludes to the question that was asked to us about Rwanda, and I leave. You don't want to talk about it. I gotta talk about it. I gotta get it out. But either way, please join the membership. We have some other great stuff for the members. We really do. All right, family. Have a great day for those of you who are abroad, and have a good night for those of us who are within this time zone. Peace and blessings.